Hello and welcome to another week of Daily Devotions as we talk about tough teachings of Jesus, as if they're all not pretty tough. But today, it's especially so. Jesus is in the Sermon on the Mount, Matthew chapter 5. He says, "You've heard it was said, don't commit adultery." Old Testament, okay, great. 10 Commandments, sure. "But I say to you, if you even look at a woman lustfully, in your mind's eye, you've already committed adultery with her. So, if your right eye causes you to sin, gouge it out. It's better to go through life maimed than to the hellfires. Or if your right hand causes you to sin, cut it off. Same thing. Because you've already committed lust in your heart." Wow. Well, I mean, it's just like, you'll go blind, son. All penile jokes aside, clearly this text is written towards men. It's a patriarchal society. Men are visual. So he's talking about eye, hand, things that are initiatives into sexual temptation. And I look at this and I think of a time when I was at seminary, actually. And a couple of the guys were sitting on the steps of Duke Chapel, the big cathedral, looking at the undergrad co-eds. And I said, "What are you guys doing?" We're just browsing, we're just looking. As long as you don't order off the menu, it's all right." Well, not according to Jesus, guys. So how do you not look at somebody and say, "Wow, that's a beautiful lady," or "That's a handsome guy"? I mean, obviously you're going to have initial eyesight, instant brainwaves, thought. There's no getting around that. That's a human thing. But what Jesus is talking about is when we objectify each other to where a person just becomes a body, a sexual thing, without any spirituality, any intellectuality, any emotion. Instead of seeing them as a brother or sister made in the image of God, and my gosh, is that a thing today? Absolutely. I think in a sermon recently I talked about, Amazon Prime and Google and Netflix all having less hits than porn sites. Wow. Facebook, all of them combined. Do we have an issue with looking at people in objectifying ways? You better believe it. Now, why would Jesus say that? Well, because we're made in the image of God, and to see each other as less than that is to see each other in ways that are different than God sees us, and God calls us to see each other. If we just objectify a person, we strip away from them what they are made of in God's image, and we just demean them into something that's less. This is a tough image, text. Van Gogh, probably, there are rumors, maybe Snoops could double check this, that he cut off his ear because of some semblance of mental disability or mental challenge with the gouging off your hand, gouging out your eye. But these texts aren't meant to be taken literally. So for those who read the Bible in black and white, I don't know what they do with this one, because I haven't seen many people around there with wrapped up wrist or one-eyed patch because of their lustfulness. But Jesus is taking it seriously and saying that how we see one another really is the first steps to the kingdom of God, because it's not just your actions, it's also your thoughts. Tough saying? Absolutely, particularly in an age when sex sells and people are wearing next to nothing. So food for thought as we're going through our days, thinking about how we see each other as children of God.